forward with their wooden batons right now. All through this evening, they've had a very successful strategy of requiring people to march. We've seen a couple of arrests for people who've refused to do that. It's basically tired people out as well as thin the crowd out. But that vibe changed just about an hour ago. These things can ebb and flow very quickly, and we saw a real shift in a crowd gathering at the street and basically not listening to the police call to disperse. This line of riot troops in front of us is backed up by armored vehicles. Now, keep in mind the curfew has been lifted, but the National Guard is on the scene. Up until now, they've been in a background role near the command center. But now we have heavily armed vehicles behind this line of police, and we see them taking steps back. So there's about 100 yards now between the two sides, and I'd say, you know, DEFCON 1 just went down a little bit.
So over there to the left, Steve, past that photographer we just saw, that's where the people are, and to the right is where the authorities are, and there's like a gulf in the middle.
That's right. We're going to try and wait out here, even though we're not supposed to. You can see they've pushed out and pushed to the side as we walk down here, trying to get them back on the sidewalk, where they've been allowed to congregate. As you can see, a lot of polite requests to move out on behalf of the protesters. They've taken a lot of slack for looting and for burning down some buildings, but there's a lot of people here who are trying to keep things orderly.
Is that new tonight?
That is new tonight. We haven't seen that before, and the tactics are different too. Last night there were cars really beeping incessantly, and it really upped the tension level, and people were allowed to congregate. Getting rid of the cars and making people march has changed things, and now a real sense of organization on behalf of the protesters who are pushing people back on the sidewalk or asking them politely to step back. There's a large group of this leadership that does not want to see this spiral into violence, and right now they seem to have the upper hand.
So this is one end of the street. This is Steve Harrigan's location here, right here in this monitor, and just over here I'm watching Mike Tobin's location. Is that basically what you're seeing here as well, Mike?
Well, no, what I want to show you about this location, we moved to the other side of the street, and I want to show you north on Florissant Avenue right now, how effective this has been. It's a ghost town on this side of the demonstration. Now, as we look back south, over to the direction where Steve is, you can see you've got people on one side of the road, on the east side of the road, you've got people on the west side of the road, you've got a few people in the middle of the road, lots of cops down